Hello, many chatters. We are back for another Speaker Live series. I'm so excited for this week's Speaker Live series with Manuel Suarez. Last year we had Mackenzie Lieberman. Again, you've probably seen my face multiple times, but I'm here to tell you a little bit about the conference and how amazing it's going to be. So when we were building Conversations 2019, we really were focused on the community that was around ManyChat. And the three things that we want the attendees to take from it, there will be networking sessions to really meet the experts who are in the chat space. There'll be a huge party where we'll be able to celebrate all the work that we have accomplished. And what is the best part, which is the content. And so with Speaker Live Series, we are working with all our speakers to tell you a little bit about their story, why you should come to Conversations 2019 in Austin. And I can't wait to see you there in the fall, September 13th through 15th. Thank you. And I'll give it to Molly.
All right, Jamila, I'm going to keep you here for just one more second because we have some pretty cool stuff happening. And with our guest, Manuel, who will be joining us, we are going to talk about how to grow and nurture your list. And already, right before we went live, we were chatting and he was sharing some little nuggets. And I was like, stop. I don't want to hear. I want to wait until we're actually live because this is so good. It's all about really connecting with your community. And I have to say, did you know that there's actually a way to connect with people in your community that's even better than bots? I know you may be mad at me for saying this, but did you know that?
No.
It's actually talking to people in real life at the Conversations Conference 2019. Right?
I agree. I mean, I'm very biased because I do bots. So
I love it. And what's going to happen, Tamila, can you tell us when they comment below with the word suave, because our messenger bot Manny is so suave, what's going to happen? Do you know?
All right. So our suave bot this time around will give you the notes for the series. So if you missed any of the content, you want to get a quick summary to share with your colleagues, with your friends. And then 2, we're doing a 50 off sale where you will get $50 off your ticket. So if you comment Suave in the comment section, you'll get some nuggets, and Molly can tell you a little bit more about it later in the show. So.
Hooray! It's gonna be so good. So make sure you comment below with the word. I'm just gonna give you the word right now. Make sure you also respond to the word so that you can, boom, right there. Give us that word down below. And then you're going to also respond to Manny, the mini chat. You'll find out about the secret discount that you're going to get when you join us for Conversations Conference. This is a limited time discount that you're able to get for the conference. And you're also going to get show notes from today. So after Manuel comes on and he gives us all these nuggets, we're going to write them up into an awesome thing that you can read right away. You can read it over and over and over again because it's going to be so good. All right. Thank you so much, Tamila. I'm going to send you off. Yeah, bye. And we are going to be bringing on Manuel. I have been checking him out behind the scenes, and I have to tell you, I have been so looking forward to this. If you already know Manuel Suarez and you are stoked that he is here, give us a I know him in the chat down below, because I want to see all of the excitement that we have coming for him. So he's been on podcasts like Entrepreneur on Fire with John Lee Dumas, just a little podcast that you maybe have heard of. He's been a mini chat user since its inception, since it first was created. His strategies have generated close to 2 million 2 million messenger subscribers. Some of the biggest messenger channels that he's built are Dr. Berg, which he will tell us about. And also, this little thing called Grant Cardone fan. What? I cannot wait. So give us the biggest mini chat welcome, a huge fireworks show, all the likes and the hearts as I, Molly Mahoney, your host for today, bring on Manuel Suarez. And there you go.
Molly, that's so awesome. I actually feel like standing up and clapping for this intro. I'm so pumped. That was like the best intro ever. Awesome. So excited to be here. Super, super stoked for sure.
Oh my goodness. I am so stoked too. So we are going to dive back into the inception moment when you first joined ManyChat, when you first started using this. And we're actually going to go even further back into when you first started your business, because I know you have some tips that are going to help our viewers here today, our community here today. We have so many awesome people. Oh my gosh, I love this. Oh, look, we have, I know him. It's like you're Santa Claus. What? And we have, look, a ninja here. Do you have ninjas in your community?
Oh yeah, we have a few ninjas. That's right.
I love it. I should have brought up
my dream is to build a community of ninjas. That's right. So I'm working actively on that.
Oh my gosh.
You're a ninja. I'm a ninja. Hey, you know.
Do you have any ninja photos?
I have a ninja logo. My logo is a ninja.
It is so good. So I'm kind of moving away from this, but I have a bunch of, I used to do this whole Facebook Live and Messenger Bot Ninja thing also. And so I have all these photos of me as a ninja, like the Three Ninjas. Did you watch that movie in the 80s?
I have to put it on my list, Molly. I will.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. Okay, so I love.
Do you know why we're called ninjas?
Why?
It's very simple. It's like the history goes back to hundreds of years ago, right? In which ninjas were like the dominating art of like fighting. And these guys were murderers, right? In our case, we're not that bad. We are actually just more knowledgeable, because that's what it is. You're the Facebook Live ninja, right? That's because you know more than anybody else. That makes you a ninja. So you have the right to call yourself a ninja if you know more than anybody else on that subject. And
so we have so many people here right now who know more than everybody else about messenger bots, which is what we are going to be talking about at the Conversations conference. Did you go to the conference last year?
I didn't, because I had a family emergency, but I have regretted it every single day, for sure.
Okay. I can confess to you that I actually had to leave early because of something also. And it all year. I have had so much FOMO, and I have been blocking off the entire week this year because I'm so stoked, because just the 24 hours that I spent there last year was one of the best 24 hours of 2018. Yeah. So I cannot wait. So if you're going to be there with us at the Conversations conference, give us I'll be there, because we cannot wait to see you in real life. And we had a question come in already, which was, why are we writing the word suave in the chat down below? And the reason is when you give us that word, you are going to get a message from Manny, our messenger bot. I'm actually going to bring Manny up really quick. Tamila, don't come on camera. But look, Manny can join us here. Ready? And there he is, Manny, right there. He's going to send you a message via the messenger bot, and then reply to him with the word suave, and you're going to get a discount for the Conversations conference. You're also going to get the show notes from today, and you'll get a reminder when we go live with our next edition of Meet the Speakers. Super, super good. All right. So I want to start at the very, very beginning. And I just want to know, even before you knew about bots, how did you get started with your business as this marketing ninja?
I'm a naturally a marketer. And when I got presented with Messenger, I just recognized the opportunity right away. Mm-hmm. How did I start? At the beginning, I'm going to say about 6 years ago, I just had a need to produce more money. I was not born entrepreneur. I was not naturally studying marketing, any of that stuff. I didn't have any background or degrees or nothing. I just had a desire to provide a better quality of life for my family. And I started building my businesses. And then I realized that I was really good at the subject of marketing. And I just kept on building along the way, nonstop. My dad's business, my own brands. I had a big Amazon brand and a big e-commerce brand. And that was something that kept on snowballing. And in 2017, I heard about this little thing called Messenger. And I was like, what is that? And I started looking into it, and I just fell in love right away. So I've been riding the wave for the last, I think, close to 2 years now. Yeah, for sure. So it's been an intense 2 years. It feels like a decade, but it's been just 2 years. And I think that we're just getting started. I mean, when you talk to people out there still, because I do seminars and I do webinars and I do all these kinds of things, and you say messenger marketing and they don't really understand that, it tells you how new this whole phenomenon is, which is one of the things that I really like about Messenger, because when I send out a message to people on my Messenger channel, even though I'm doing a broadcast to everybody, people that are not marketers, which is most everybody, feel that I'm actually, wow, you took some time to send me a message, Manuel. That is so special. I appreciate it, right? So there is a complete unawareness of what this channel is, and that is what presents an opportunity for us.
And it's also a big, with great opportunity comes great responsibility as well.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right?
Another variation of that is the Seneca saying that I like to use a lot on some of my seminars. It talks about what does it mean to get lucky when preparation meets opportunity.
Ooh, yes. I don't know if you know this. My business is called The Prepared Performer. We have so many things in common.
I love it.
And I think it's about living prepared, right? So if you're not setting up the foundations of your messenger bot so that you can take off when things, we talked to David and Philippe earlier, and they were reached out to by, Tony Robbins to build a bot. And if they had not been prepared at that point, they would not have been.
That's right.
They've got to be prepared.
That's
okay.
Right.
So, we're going to get into like some of the really cool strategies that you're using with messenger bots and some of the foundations that you're using that you can share with everybody else to put into action today. But can you just give us a couple little of the results, little hints, little nuggets of the results that you've brought in for some of your clients?
Well, to give you an idea, one of my biggest clients, his name is Dr. Eric Berg. That's what the reason that I got into Messenger is because I have an established agency that has over 50 staff. And I become the senior, and I'm in charge of finding opportunities. And in 2017, we had things rolling. Facebook advertising was rolling; it was doing well, performing overall. With Facebook advertising needs a strategy, which we can talk about that. I will talk about that a little bit on my event on my seminar.
Wait, are you speaking at the Conversations Conference?
I am speaking.
Oh, what?
Right. This is the live speaker series, right? So I am speaking, and I'm so excited about that. I've done a lot of seminars over the last couple of years. Without a doubt, this is the one that I'm the most excited about because this is the area that I'm the most passionate about right now.
And that's something that's so true that we're bringing all of these experts to the top thought leaders in this space, right? But it's really the people who are most passionate about this. So if this is something that you want to get on this excitement train with this and really learn those specific ninja strategies, you have got to be at the Conversations Conference. And if you give us the word SUAVE in the chat down below, you will get access to a discount code so that you can join us. It's really cool.
So just to go back to that moment, for me, my obsession is finding opportunities that we can capitalize on because I'm not trying to create opportunities. I need to find them because they are happening because of this modern era. I jumped all over Facebook advertising. I became the Facebook ninja. You're like the Facebook Live ninja. I'm the Facebook ninja. I obsessed over it. But in 2017, I found Messenger and I was like, oh my God. And I just, some of the things that are going to be always front and center in entrepreneurship, Molly, is that an entrepreneur, a business owner, a brand is successful if they know how to capture attention, right? Right. That's one thing. Another thing is that on this world of marketing, it's no different than the world of marketing in the year 1980. The more people that you had on your list, the more that you can sell. It's as simple as that, right? So there's this saying on marketing that I've heard ever since I learned what the word marketing was. The money is in the list. So what do we have right now? We have this ability with Messenger to do something that people don't even understand that we're doing because they're opting into Messenger channel thinking that they're talking to you, but they're talking to the brand, right? People like Molly, she does a great job of hey, this is a Molly bot, right? And they make sure that they know this is not a human. So there's different ways that you can do this, but in the end, let me give you a very simple analogy. In the Messenger world, very simple. If you have, if you're running a competition, if you're in a competition and there's 5 people in it and they tell you, okay, so these are the dimensions of these 2 lakes. This is a fishing competition, fishing, all right? Okay. And 2 lakes with the exact same dimensions. And they tell you, all right, in this lake, we already counted them. There's 100 fish of 1 by 2 in size, and they weigh 7 pounds each. And then on this other lake, there's 700 fish. Which one are you going to fish in? It's quite logical, right? You have a greater probability of winning the competition if you go to the lake that has the most fish. That's what it's all about. So my obsession in 2017 became capturing audiences, people that I can actually just engage, provide value, educate, so I can sell stuff along the way.
You know what's funny? So I've heard this analogy with the I use like ponds, but like lakes, right?
Did you? I thought I had created that myself.
No, wait, but it's different. But it's funny that I feel like we have all these funny little things. Yours, I love it, right? You want to find where there's the most fish. But I think sometimes people, when they're trying to decide on a niche to focus on, they're like, I don't know, and they just want to like throw their fishing rod out into the wind and hope it lands somewhere, right?
Quality fish is important. Yes.
When you're trying to decide on what niche, that's another great strategy to use, is because I'm always like, well, just pick a pond and figure out, like, see if there's fish there. If there's not, go to the next pond. Right. But there's lots of strategies that you can use to really know beforehand, are there fish in that pond? And I will tell you, there are more, the ratio of fish to fisher people in the messenger space, there are definitely more fish than there are people fishing.
God, incredible. I mean, right? if you look at United States, we have 170 million people using Messenger now and growing, something like that. Worldwide, we're in the billions of people using Messenger. You don't have enough potential to handle these people. Yeah. If you capture 1% of them, you're going to be rich. So like, that's the reality. I mean, there's a lot of potential and there's not enough ability. It's unlimited what we can do if we just focus on, hey, how do we create a channel that provides a lot of education value? Because that's what, I mean, you're going to ask me questions about that, but my approach is very different. I'm a marketer. Somebody was asking me the other day, I was going over a strategy to provide education, and they tell me, Manuel, but what's the ROI? I need to know the ROI. I got it that you want to educate, but we need to know what's the return on the investment here. And I told them, look, I'm a marketer. My obsession is to generate income and expand. Mm-hmm. But you gotta understand that in the perception of the audience, you literally will not be able to expand unless you focus on providing value to them, on educating. That's the social media world. The social media world right now is being won by those that provide value first without asking for things. So that's my obsession. My obsession is any brand, Molly, any business, no matter what it is, if you don't have information that you can use to educate an audience, you shouldn't be in business.
I have goosebumps everywhere. I love you so much. This is so awesome. It's so true. And I think people get stuck and they get worried about the imposter syndrome. Like, obviously, you and I are very passionate about this, and we probably could find value in a rock, right? I definitely could tell you a story about a rock that would provide value of some sort, right? There is value everywhere.
I believe that.
But for people who maybe are like, okay, can you give us some kind of beginner steps for this, whether you're building this for your clients who maybe aren't quite as confident as some of your rock star clients? And also, wait, I got to go back just one more second. Can you just super quick, give us the stats on your top 3 clients, like what's happening for them right now? We're going to go back to how you got there, but give us the goods for those people who don't know who you are, which I know is not that many people, because everybody here thinks you're amazing. I can see in the chat, which is awesome. But for people who aren't familiar, give us some of the results that you've brought in.
Well, Dr. Berg's Messenger channel right now is responsible for producing over $100,000 in sales a week. Over $100,000 a week. He has a lot of powerhouse channels. He has over 3 million subscribers on YouTube. He's about to reach 3 million people. He has 600,000 followers on Facebook and a lot of powerful channels. And we have a lot of e-commerce sales. But Messenger is responsible for $400,000 a month by itself.
That is amazing. And what is it that he's actually selling? So
we actually built this channel just 20 months ago or so, something like that.
Oh my gosh.
So and build a business, it's like a new business, right? So what does he sell? Again, Messenger, do not for a second misinterpret this, all right? Messenger is not a channel to just blast people and sell. There's a reason why ManyChat called the conversations, the conference conversations. All right. Yes. There's a reason. It's not something that happened accidentally. It is a channel to provide value, to educate, to engage with people, to have a combination of bot and human. It's a channel for all of that. But it really sells like crazy. It's inevitable. Now, on Dr. Berg's channel, he has a supplement brand. He used to have a clinic in which he delivered services. He has closed that years ago already because he's been so successful in the social media world. But he sells supplements. I don't know if you've heard about this little known diet called the ketogenic diet.
Oh yeah, I think maybe I've heard of it.
Yeah, right, Molly. I actually think that we have something to do. My agency and us, we have something to do with making this so mainstream.
Ooh, I bet. I mean, I've watched. If you guys are not familiar, how can they find his channel?
On Messenger is m.me/Dr. Eric Berg, Dr. Eric Berg. So you can check out the channel.
Dr. Eric Berg.
Yeah, and you can check out his Facebook. On YouTube, Dr. Eric Berg. This guy is a powerhouse. I mean, if you're gonna have somebody positioned as the keto king, it's gonna be tough to outrank him for that spot. He's a keto king, right? And Messenger, believe it or not, has been a big part of that because Dr. Berg's Messenger channel has 685,000 people in it. 685,000 people.
So what are you? So let's just. I know I wanted you to give all three stats, but let's dive into this. So what really can you tell us a little bit about the strategy that you use to get this started and how you are? I love what you've spoken about with not only growing but nurturing, because if you have a list of 685,000 people but you never talk to them, who really cares, right? If you have a list of 685 people and then you start blasting them with salesy weirdo messages, especially with that many people, your bot is probably going to get shut down because everyone's going to complain, right?
Absolutely.
Not only are you going to push customers away, but so what's some of the foundations in this strategy?
If you look at all the channels that I built, which are quite a few of them, I think we're over in the hundreds now because we have on the clients that we handle in the agency. We have some smaller guys that are not beasts like Dr. Berg or my dad or Grant Cardone or myself, because I talk a lot. You know, Molly, you and I, we don't have communication barriers, right? We know how to talk. But the reality is that a lot of people have communication barriers and they don't feel comfortable. And they've been saying, oh yeah, sure, Manuel, but I'm not a Dr. Berg. I don't have 2,000 videos. Well, there's a solution for that. I mean, the overall strategy for any of the channels, it's use strategies that I'm going to be covering on the Conversations event quite a bit. I'm going to give you guys specifics, practical things to go and implement for your brand, no matter what it is. So you guys better make sure that you're there because it's going to be super epic. Not only me, but all the speakers around. It's going to be the top of the Messenger world, which is quite special. So you guys are going to get a lot of value from that. But on the strategy, the way that it works is that we use social media. I am a Facebook ninja, right? So I know how to drive traffic. We use social media. We offer something of value. Now, what could be something of value? Well, again, you have to figure out what your brand, what are you knowledgeable about? What are you passionate about that you talk on a dinner table with your friends and family? What about your business do you feel so excited about talking that you never get tired of it? What subject can somebody ask you, would you ever run out of this subject? And you will say no. That subject, you got to talk about it, right?
Okay, so I have a question for you about this because something that I noticed that happens with this a lot is that people will be like, okay, the topic. So I'm going to go way back in history to when I worked with a direct sales company. And at that time, I was so excited about the product. I could have talked about the product everywhere I went. And I used to post stuff all about the product because that's what I was passionate about, because I had forgotten the fact that I was actually a human being who had other things that they were actually an expert at. And I noticed this happens with a lot of our clients is they're so excited about what it is that they sell that they forget they're actually able to add value without saying buy my thing. Right. So how do you help people to make that shift?
Great point. You got to go one step back and you got to find out why you created that product. And if your only reason was to make money, you're in trouble. All right. Because there's a lot of stories here of people that created products because they wanted to solve a problem. And that makes it so much more special, right? So when you have a story to tell about your brand, then you can actually use the knowledge around it to educate. Now, education comes in many forms. You don't have to be in video. You can write articles. You can do podcasts. You mentioned John Lee Dumas from Entrepreneur on Fire. This guy has built an empire with audio as the only source of the actual content and information. There's basically many different things that you can do if you don't feel comfortable in front of a camera, but you do have to find a message. I would be actually lying to you if I told you that there's a way for you to create a booming business in social media without a message. It's not going to work. If you actually tell me, I get clients all the time, Molly, and they approach me and they say, Manuel, all right, I'll invest $100,000 with you next month, but you got to give me $500,000 back. Dude, it doesn't work like that. That's not business. You can keep your money because otherwise I'm going to waste it all. And then you're going to come back and blame me because I didn't deliver. The social media world, and that includes Messenger, it's about providing education, value, something that you take for granted and you know really well, but other people can benefit from. I can give you something, for example, like a simple tool that I found that I use all the time to come up with ideas. There's this website called answerthepublic.com.
I love it. And the front page of that website, I actually pulled it up yesterday to show some clients, and it always scares me because he's like there ready to talk to us at all times. So I can actually, let's show it.
I'm going to look like John Markovich. Yeah. So the that you can actually go in there and search for any questions that around your brand. If you have a beauty brand, search for beauty. If you have a toy brand, search for toys. If you have a lead generation business that you're trying to get people to buy an insurance gap or whatever it is that you have, then you can ask questions there. And these are results based on Google queries that people are asking. So your job as a brand is to answer them. I wish that I could give you a faster path. It's inevitable that you actually create some message. There you go. Doesn't it look like John Markovich?
We got it. Wait, where'd he go? He was there. Now I don't see him now. Hold on.
I might see him myself.
Okay. I don't know if anyone else does.
Yeah. Is a great source. Do you think I only see them or they see them also?
I don't know. I'm worried. Let me know. Can you see the dancing guy here with the gray sweater who's adjusting his glasses and looking at you?
It's a free software. I think they actually let you do a couple of searches for free. And then there's a membership that if you want to do more than a day or something like that. Again, I'm not affiliated. I don't care if you go and you buy that program or whatever it is, but it is a tool. It is a tool. Again, my job because I have an audience, I have students that are part of my programs and they learn from me. My job is to eliminate excuses.
Yes.
This, right? You can find information, you can find solutions, you can hire people to create content for you, you can hire team members, you can actually go to Fiverr, to Upwork, to Free Up. You can go to all these different places, bring people, hey, create some videos for me, create some images. So what is my strategy, going back to the subject, Molly, on my Messenger channel, is that I use social media to offer something of value. Again, believe it or not, the most simplest creatives are the ones that have performed the best, like a single image with some copy. Hey, do you want to learn the 5 tips to lose weight naturally? I don't know. If you find the right audience, if you learn about Facebook advertising, again, there's 2.4 billion people on social media, right? So you got to understand that you got to work on finding an audience. Once you find it, you flood your Messenger channel. And on the Messenger channel, if you look at m.me/Dr. Eric Burt, if you look at m.me/Grant Cardone fan, if you look at m.me/The Ninja Marketer, which is my channel, any of these channels, there's one common theme. We educate. We do mini courses, literally delivered. Isn't that cool that on Messenger, you can actually embed videos and articles and audios and
having sequences that go out. And so we had a question that came in earlier, which I answered in the chat, but someone had asked earlier in the chat what if this was if ManyChat was something that was only for really established businesses, or if people who are just getting started could use it as well. And that's one of the things I love about ManyChat, because they allow us to start for free if you want to. So don't be intimidated by these amazing numbers, which are really good, right? And you don't even need huge numbers to be able to bring in massive amounts of sales. That's the other thing, because I love what you shared earlier, that you can use it as a way to facilitate conversations with the bot. So the bot's going to have a conversation with your community, and then you can come in as a human to actually have someone get on a sales call. It doesn't have to be this big automated crazy thing. You can combine the two together, and it makes it even more powerful.
Right. I have a program, Molly, which is a Facebook training program, which I launched for the first time in March. My number one sales channel has been Messenger, believe it or not, because even though I have a bigger email list than I have a Messenger list, on Messenger, it's so cool and it's so mind-blowing that it's so new that a lot of people here, somebody can comment if they have been engaged with me on my Messenger. When I have questions, I go in there and I respond myself. I do videos. Hey, I know you're thinking about joining. Let me answer a couple of questions that you have. You know how these mind blows? I'm super busy. I have an agency with a lot of staff. I'm super, super busy. I'm doing seminars. And the fact that I can actually take some time out of my day to go in there and send them a voice message at 12 o'clock at night because it's closing card, or I send them a video message, that thing is unique. You cannot do that on email.
You cannot. And oh my gosh, people are using these tools in email that people keep telling me, oh, I found this cool tool where you can send this video. It is not sending a video. It is like a weird website with your branding all over it that brings someone to, like, I don't even know the names of these tools, but it's like, it'll send an email that's like, hey, I'm like, you know, Bonbon, or there's a couple other ones too, right? It's like, I have a video for you. And then it takes you to this weird website where it's not like them having a conversation. It is absolutely not the same thing.
They respond and they say, wow, I am so mind blown that you actually took the time to respond to me. I'm sold. I believe in you. I totally believe in you, Manuel. I'm in. And then they purchase my high ticket items.
You can send a video that goes out to everyone, right? It has a personal feel, and then you can be there as a human to ask questions and to continue the conversation.
I don't think I'm supposed to get goosebumps, but I'm getting goosebumps.
It's amazing. Okay, wait. I just got goosebumps again because Max Gibbons, my favorite Max, he says, newsflash, the coupon today is actually good for $100 off of the conversation ticket. I have to say, I was a little unclear about that in the beginning because it changed a bit. So that's why I asked in the beginning, and that this is me outing myself. Thank you, Max, for the total awesome clarity with that. So when you give us the word suave, because Manny, the many chat bot, is so suave, when you give us that in the chat below, you are going to be sent a message from our bot, just like we're talking about right now. You're going to get a message that says, hey, reply with this word. You reply, you read the message, you do what it tells you to do. Then you're going to get another message with a coupon code for the Conversations Conference, so you can learn even more about all of this amazingness. I love it so much. So good. And if you're going to be there, oh, Manuel, let's do a poll. Have you ever done a poll on Facebook Live before?
I haven't, not live.
Okay. If you have questions that are coming up, because I've seen a few questions coming through, will you give us a cue before your questions so that I make sure that I can go back and see them? And then I am going to do a poll right now. And the question that I'm going to ask you in the poll is, do you want to join us at the Conversations Conference so that you can hang out with Manuel, hang out with me? Look, and Max. All of three. It'll be the M cubed.
There's a lot of people actually. It's gonna be super awesome.
So awesome. So
there's nothing. I can tell you something. Like everybody that's here, because we have a bunch of people live. There's nothing in the marketing world that I'm more obsessed about right now. There's no other opportunity that I am actually more focused on right now than this one. And I can tell you, people that know me, that follow me, that have been following me for a while already, they know I don't BS in general. I don't try to pretend or lie, or I'm not generally somebody that tries to deceive, right? So and when I'm telling you that, it's something that I'm really excited about. And Facebook has been going through some changes that are all in the good of it. Like there's people that, you know what, one of the things that I always tell people is like, when you hear people complaining about Facebook, do you know where they complain about Facebook?
On Facebook, exactly. Oh my gosh.
So it's inevitable that they actually are, people are going to stay here for a while. Facebook is going to keep on adjusting the platform. They already won the game. It's not a matter of who has the control of the social media world right now. They have the control. Messenger is riding the wave with them. There's more opportunities coming. For example, whenever Instagram DM becomes a thing, if you guys are not prepared as Messenger marketers, you're going to miss out on a massive revolution. Let's not even talk about internationally WhatsApp. Whenever that gets ready, it's massive. Again, the money's in the list. The bigger your list, the more you can do with it. Now, what do? Is that on the communities that I have on Messenger, I have them really engaged. I send them a lot of communications that are providing value, and I use their feedback to make it even better, to provide quantity of communication that is acceptable for them, to put them on sequence. For example, on Grant Cardone's Messenger channel, when you opt in to the channel, the first thing that you do is that you get a survey, because on Grant Cardone's, there's many different things. There's people that are broke, they don't have any money, that they want to get some basics. But then there's people that are rich already, they want to go next level. Everybody's different. So the first thing that you do is that you survey them, and then we put them on separate sequences and we give them more of what they want. What happens is that because we provide so much education on these channels, we have a highly engaged community. And guess what happens when I want to send out a promotional message? I have a large number of people that I can send promotions to. So for example, on my Natural Slim weight loss clinics, that we are now in 9 countries, whenever the consultants need to get on the phone with people, whenever we need more sales on e-commerce, I literally just do this, boom, send it out, and we flood them.
Wait, what is it that you do? You literally do what? This?
This. Isn't that cool?
I can see your hands right here, just right here.
Like that, right? And just like drag. I can grab the mouse and just drag something and just do that. And let me think about it. What do I do? Oh, let me drag this in here. That make me a video. I need a stat. Give it to me in the next 2 minutes, all right? Here we go. Boom. Drag the video. And there we go. And now we send it out and then flood the channel. And then the team over here starts freaking out. Manuel, can you please turn it off? I'm sorry, I can't turn it off. I already sent it out. Handle it, right?
So we got too many sales. What are we gonna do?
It's like the Apple scenario, right? That they don't have enough products to meet the demand. That's a scenario that every company dreams about. And that's the problem that we have. Natural Slim, Dr. Berg, these people have that problem. We cannot meet the demand. So you got to structure a content strategy that educates, that provides value, that opens the door. Basically, it gives you the right. When you provide content, you get permission to be able to market and promote to them. If you don't provide content, if you don't educate, you are not allowed. You are prohibited. Facebook is trying to make you provide content first and keep an engaged community because they want to avoid going down a similar route that email marketing went through. That's what they're trying to do.
This is such a good point. And I get like crazed when people get upset about the changes that are happening with Facebook, because the change, like the most recent one, which was the same thing as the same change they made the past 7 times, was that we're going to show you your close friends, or we're going to show you the people that you care about, right? And I've seen some people who are so like respected in our space who are like, oh no, here we go. Like now our business pages are doomed forever. No, they're not. If you are actually, and this is something that I'm so crazy passionate about, and I know that we're passionate about this here at ManyChat too, and I know you that are watching this, you're passionate about this as well. If you are building relationships, and you can build one-on-one relationships if you do what Manuel just said, which is listen to your community and then respond in a way that matches what they've told you. Like, send them the type of content that they want. If you're just, because even with value, if you're sending value all the time, and it's not the type of value that they want, you have to listen to the feedback that they're giving you. And creating a survey like this is such a great idea. So I'm going to show a case study in just a second that you have. And I want to hear just a little bit about your case study, which you're going to be talking about at the Conversations Conference, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, we're going to talk about that. And then I want to know also, when you do this survey, because we've started doing something kind of with a survey that goes out, but I'd love to know, like, technically exactly when you give it to them. Is it in the welcome message, or is it that if they opt in through some other channel, it's like a sequence that is sent to them right away as soon as they opt in? How do you actually within ManyChat get them that survey?
It depends. It's a pretty complicated question because it depends on how they came through. For example, if they came in through a mini course, because we promote mini courses. Like Grant Cardone has 5 mini courses. For example, we built, and by the way, he didn't have to do it himself. We actually grabbed his content and we built the mini courses based on his content. So we don't add extra work to it. It's just putting things in a particular sequence, right? In order.
This is also another huge tip for those of you that are building bots for clients. So let us know, do you build bots for yourself? Do you build bots for clients, or for both? Right? Let us know, in that place below this. We're not getting flagged for engagement bait, but there's this cool place where we're having a conversation. Just do this.
Let's do that.
So let us know. And if your client is like, oh my gosh, I don't want to have to create new stuff, as long as they've created any sort of content somewhere else, you can actually pull it. If they've done a video, you can turn it into a blog post. If they've done a blog post, you can actually even turn that into a mini video that's just used with a tool that makes like animated videos. There's so many things that most of our clients have already created. Or if they just create a few pieces, you can turn that into so much more. So that's such a great point. And it'll help squash the objections that your potential clients may actually have when you start to work with them. I love it. Okay, so you create these mini courses.
So mini courses, and we use them. By the way, if you guys didn't know this, you can actually find out. Let me give you a hot tip. All right, Facebook rolled out something called the ad library. If you guys want to find out,
it is amazing. I'm going to pull it up right now. It is so good.
Yeah, the ads that I run for any of these guys, you can go and find out. It's not secret anymore, right? You can find out about you. If you see a powerful messenger channel, newsflash, you can actually go and find out, reverse engineer how they did it, how they use social media to grow it. As simple as that.
Okay, wait. Let's talk about this for a second.
You should actually purchase the ticket. That by itself is going to pay for your price of admission.
Yeah, and this is, I mean, just the nuggets that you've gotten today, the hot tips that you've gotten today, this is just not even barely scratching the surface of the magic that you are going to learn when you meet up with us in Austin in September. Get your tickets now, and today you can get $100 off if you give us the word suave in the chat down below, and you will get a message with the coupon code. So I'm actually going to pull this up. I have this Answer the Public right here, and this is the answers. I put in the word messenger bot, and this is what I got. I got 27 questions that were about messenger bots. I also love just the graphics on this site. And this is all free.
So nice. Yeah.
Right? So nice. Good. So these are all topics that you could use if you're looking to bring in more messenger clients.
Right. And why, where, when, how, what, who, etc. Just look up questions and find answers. Like one important thing now that you mentioned this, Molly.
Yeah.
When an author is going to write a book, before he writes the book, you know what he does? He sits down and he thinks about what he's going to write about. And then he also structures the chapters before he does anything else. So a messenger bot is no different than that. Mm-hmm. You have to go and structure it mentally. Yeah. Spend some time. What am I going to do? What am I going to talk about? How am I going to get these people from a particular path? What are they going to be interested in? What questions are being asked in social media? I mean, there's places. Answer the Public is Google searches. If you go to places like BuzzSumo, that's social media, things that are trending. You can look at things like that to find out what people are asking about and just structure your bot like that as a first step overall. It does require for you to sit down and figure that out. If you don't, you're not going to be able to be successful on Messenger. It's as simple as that.
And this comes back to being prepared, right? Like you have to plan first. And it's not like we sometimes hear that people think that messenger bots are just this magic pill that you turn the bot on and everything works. No, you've got to like map out a plan, which is why you want to join us at the Conversations Conference so you can learn more about that. And even if you're already doing this, I know there's little things that are going to be like, what? Jason Swank was here and he was like, at Conversations Conference, I had never thought about using quick replies. And then he was like, I used that and it totally changed things. Okay. There's so much
ad library. Okay, let's go. Let's keep on searching, keep on going down. I mean, Grant Cardone has $1 million budget a month. So there's a lot of ads going on. You're going to find the ones that are promoting mini courses. Once you find them, you will see basically what we do is that we grab an ad with some nice copy, and then we just send them into Messenger. It's not even a video or anything else. We offer the mini courses. The mini courses are already structured inside Messenger, and they're already like, ready to be delivered to the public. And once they are on the mini course, we wait until they get through the mini course, and then we actually deliver the survey. That's how we have.
I love it. So good. So good.
Yeah. So anyway, you'll probably be going down because we didn't even plan this, but we're running 5 mini courses, and we're also running individual resources. Like for example, there's a 10x book free download, or there's also like the 5 tips for successful real estate investing, and then we have resources like that, which are very simple to create. There's a tool that I use that is called
simple.
Was that so simple? Yeah, right.
So simple.
There's a tool called the PLRstore.com, DPLRstore.com. This is for like extremely lazy people. All right. If you're one of those extremely lazy people, you're like, I just don't have time for this. I don't have time to build an empire. I want things on a silver platter. Come on, Manuel, Molly, give it to me. You can go to the PLRstore.com, buy a book for $20, private labeled.
Oh, yeah.
Your logo and use it as a resource. Congratulations, you have a resource, and flood your Messenger channel. Again, it's not the strategy that I would recommend. I want you to create real content and real value, but I am all about getting rid of excuses. get rid of excuses. And there's
Amen. And most of the time, all of those excuses are actually just your fear of staying in action and taking the next step. So when you take that next step to come to Austin in September, that is going to be a really amazing thing. Farah says, OMG, your session is going to be so informative. It's going to be so good. So good. Oh my goodness. Okay. So one thing I want to say about that ad library too is that it used to be that you could go to any page and you could click on the little eye that they had on the side of the page, and that would show you the ads that they had on their page. This was removed a couple weeks ago, maybe it was a month ago.
Like a month ago. Yeah.
Yeah. People freaked out. And I was like, yo, I already told you last week, there's this thing called the ads library. Stop your freak out.
It got better. It actually got
It is better. It's way better because you can type in any page you want right there and then see all of the ads right there, which is so cool.
Molly, you can do keyword research also on it. So for example, It doesn't have to be Dr. Berg. It could be the ketogenic diet. And you can find ads and things that are related to that overall.
Yes. So good. It's so good. Okay. I want to highlight this case study just a tiny bit. There's so much. We have so much to talk about. I'm so stoked. I also want to check back in on our poll. I'm going to pull this up. If you don't know how to vote, I asked you if you want to be there with us, not necessarily if you've actually decided and making that purchase, but for me in business, deciding is the biggest thing that you can do. So I think you need to decide to join us, but I'm going to pull this up. If you haven't voted, you can vote in the chat. Or on the top, if you're on your phone, in the chat, there's a little purple circle. Click on that, you can vote. Or on the top of your screen on the desktop, you'll see a little poll pop down. All right, and I gotta know, why on earth would you be saying maybe we're scaring you, but for the most part, we want to be there, which is awesome, and we cannot.
Didn't you get 2,000 people there last year, Molly? Was it 2,000 people?
I don't remember how many were there last year, but we are definitely expecting that there will be 2,000 people there this year. Last week, Tamila took us on a tour of the hotel. It is so beautiful in the middle of Austin, one of my favorite places. Where do you live?
It's incredible, by the way. Austin, it's one of my favorite cities in the world. It's such a beautiful city, so much activity, so much life. Yeah.
And there's so many marketers there too. So I don't know if we're doing this again this year, but last year, David Gonzalez had an internet marketing party the day before the conference so that we could all meet up there too. And I was blown away by the people who just live in Austin. Some of my my absolute favorite humans live in Austin, and it is just the best place. So I can't wait to see you. All right. And if you're not in the US, I get it. And maybe it's a little far, but you have until September. So I just want to say, last year, I went to a business event in Barcelona, and it was one of the best decisions that I did because it takes you out of your normal day-to-day space. That's when like real creativity comes in, is when you step way outside of your normal surroundings. So good. Put it on your vision board. Go build a bot. The bot will help you make that money for that ticket. I love it.
Don't put it on your vision board. Just do it now. The vision board is like more the future. Just start. I mean, why delay it? Just go. I mean, execution, stay in action. Hashtag stay in action. I mean, I like the vision board. I like it, but I think the vision board should be something for things when you're so busy and you don't have any more time. Put things on the vision board, but you have to ride waves. The world is presenting you with opportunities. You got to get on them, because otherwise you're going to look back and you're going to be like, I wish I would have paid attention to ManyChat, to Molly, to Manuel, because people made millions of subscribers and millions of dollars by riding the wave. I mean, again, it just repeats itself every single decade. There's opportunities, they come and they go. And then we say, I wish I would have known. We're telling you now, right now is one of those times that, hey, you got a royal flush, you go all in, because that's enough.
I'm like the goosebumps and the tears in my eyes because it's so ridiculously true. And it can feel like, whoa. Okay, so you guys started with this like, a couple years ago. It's still new and people still don't really understand. Totally. Like we get it because we're here, right? And we look at the ManyChat Facebook group and it's like hopping with so many awesome people and so many questions. And for the most part, most people don't know about it yet. So for us to be able to jump in and really dive deep, it is so possible.
Yeah, sometimes I have to be like, I've been building some messenger channels. What? Facebook Messenger, like there's this. Do you use it? Yeah. I send messages every day. Well, think about it this way. It's email. Have you ever done email marketing? Yeah. I have a constant contact. Okay, good. ManyChat is constant contact on steroids. Or Facebook Messenger. It's the same thing. It's just so new that you don't understand it. But still, you have to explain it to, like, if you're talking to a kindergarten, and that just tells you how big the opportunity. When you can talk to people and everybody understands what you're talking about, the opportunity is gone. Right now, people don't get it. So it's so new. It's one of those things that, hey, we jump on it, we understand it, we get this unlimited bucket of that we call the mind, that we can just throw information in it. And then we execute, and we actually hashtag stay in action, and then we actually get to ride the wave. That's what it's all about. Molly, you got to send me that hat. I need one of those.
Oh my gosh, I'll send you one for sure. I need this for a retreat with my clients, because I'm like, stop messing around. And I've just had it here next to my computer, next to my video screen, and I think it works. Really though, and this is what also, if you decide you want to go on vacation and you're actually going to take some time for maybe some self-care and you're not going to be in action for a week, guess who stays in action for you? ManyChat.
That's right. It's so true. It's so true.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Look at this. Yeah. Edgar says, and you build it once and it serves millions of people. Just create it once. Totally create it, listen to it, make little adjustments, listen to them, right? Make little adjustments. Oh my gosh. So good. Ooh.
For example, Dr. Berg's channel has been producing every single day. I actually have to go in there and update it, because there's been some things along the way that have improved and gotten better. We made small updates, but the world has changed a lot in the last year and a half. So, I mean, you got to stay up to date, but it is one of those things that, as close as it can get, like the bot, when it comes to set it and forget it, nothing else gets closer than a ManyChat bot overall. Yes.
Seriously. And if you want to stay up to date, what is the best way to do that? I would say you're going to come with us to Austin to the Conversations Conference.
100%.
What? Because the other thing, which we didn't even talk about, but Mike will be there sharing any new updates that are going to be happening, both in the world of just messenger marketing in general, but also within ManyChat. So I remember last year, even though I had to leave early because I was speaking at another conference, my team member and main bot builder, Kelly, she stayed, and I was dying as she was like sending me all of these updates. Like literally, I knew it was going to be so awesome. I flew in just for the first day for the check-in, the swag, and the party, and then died when I had to leave that night. But she kept sending me these updates because it's so good, and you are going to be ahead of the curve because you are going to be in the room where it happens. Seriously.
Absolutely. It's a must. The question is, how much money are you going to lose by not being there?
Seriously. Oh my gosh. You got a giant testimonial here from Trevor too, which is proving that you got to join us. Trevor says, it's going to cover our whole face. This comment is so big. I am one of Manuel's clients, albeit a small one, and I have just completed my first Catapult ManyChat funnel ranking campaign with very good results. Position 1 for 5 out of every 6 of my chosen keyword positions. 10 for number 6, the main category keyword. I have never seen anything convert like that.
What is it? And any of you guys that are not Amazon sellers, what he's talking about is that we're actually using the Messenger channel. I actually thought that we froze for a second, but it's you like mic dropping, right? What Trevor is talking about is that we have used ManyChat to drive people from social media into ManyChat, get them engaged, get them to Amazon to purchase stuff, come back from us, and just build a community. And we're using it to rank products on Amazon at will. So for right now, we have a system which is quite unique, and it's all built in ManyChat. So it applies for Amazon sellers, for e-commerce entrepreneurs, for people that need to generate leads, natural slim weight loss clinics internationally. We have 700,000 subscribers on Messenger. And this is how we flood our clinics with human beings. Messenger people are human beings that you can sell your products and services to. They walk into your clinic and they say, hey, I got this coupon for a free evaluation on Messenger. And I want to get this evaluation. I am a human being. Yes, I am doing through your bot and your system. It's real. It's actually happening every day.
I love this so much. I am a human being. Are you a human being? I think that most of your clients are probably human beings too. Even if they're actually selling like to pet food, they have a human that is purchasing the pet food from them. And this is such an awesome way to be able to track your results. So if you give someone a separate code or offer where they have to come in and say, I learned about this from this bot, it's going to prove to your clients that this works. It is so good. Okay, last question I'm going to ask you right before we wrap this up. I'm not sure if Tamila and Max want to come back on also, but this has been so good. We are here almost an hour. I could stay here for 5 more hours talking to you, which, as we shared earlier, my kids are home from school for the first day today. So I'm going to have to go check and make sure they haven't burnt down the house.
They're still alive. Okay, they should be alive.
Okay.
If you want to also share with them, we might not be able to go for the whole thing, but if you want to share the case study.
OMG, I had it pulled up and I just got so excited about everything. It's sitting right here. Yes, let's go through the case study. I've got one quick question. With Amazon, where are you putting the growth tool? With the Amazon
growth tool, I'm using Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and I'm using a messages objective. So
you're getting them to Messenger before they go to the Amazon page.
Correct. Yeah, it has integrations. It's not something that we would have to extend the live by 6 hours, and then we can cover the whole thing. But I don't know if I can check my calendar, Molly. I don't know about yours. Right? No, but anyways,
will not work. I have a meeting in 3 minutes. Forget about my kids. I actually forgot I have a team meeting in 3 minutes. But
we basically use Facebook, Messenger, and Amazon. Combination of them with a bunch of other integrations, and then we send people in with a messages objective campaign, bring them into Messenger, deliver a small discount or instructions to go and purchase full price, etc. Right? So that's what we're doing about, just in summary. Sure.
I love it so much. Awesome. Sean wants to know how he can sign up a private client. So I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you this case study right now. And then I'm actually going to post this case study down below. And Sean, I bet if you sign up as a private client, then you're also going to want to come hang out with Manuel in the private room with all of us.
I'm having a meeting with for sure. I'm gonna have a meetup. I'm pushing it to all my students. I wish I could make it mandatory. I cannot. But I'm definitely motivating them to be there. We're going to have some get-togethers and we're going to have some fun. I'm going to have my team there. My company, AGM, is a sponsor for the event. So we're going to be there the whole event and have some fun over there for sure.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. Okay, amazing. So let me know if you can see this case study. Can you see it popped up on the screen?
I see it.
Okay, perfect. For some reason, I don't see it, but okay, awesome. So I'm just going to scroll through. First of all, I've already been scrolling through it, but I think this is also, I just want to say your website is so cool. Like the way that it's all shown here. So they have the case study in the chat there that they can go back and read. But if you could just kind of walk us through a little bit, just like walk us
that down. This is something that, because Tamila asked me, I had not done this before, but she asked me, hey, can you give us a case study? I'm like, oh my God, I don't have one. I need to work on case studies, right? So I actually sat down for a few days and I went back to the beginning of it. And this is how I built the channel from zero. I mean, I created his account. And at that point, Dr. Berg was doing pretty good on Facebook. We were already handling all of his channels, YouTube, Facebook, all of it. But I was at the stage of like, okay, good. So how can I take it to the next level? Right now it's a time for growth hacking. How can I growth hack? This is before keto was on a massive uptrend, because the keto revolution has been going on for a year and a half. All right. This is just literally the timing for it was impeccable. So
this goes back to what we were saying about bots also, that like it's on the growth, like jump on it now, just like keto.
Exactly. Jump on the trend. So you'll see on this case study, if you go for it, it's going to be interesting because I happen to accidentally be a good writer. So you're going to see like it happened accidentally. Okay. I didn't study that in school. Right. I just figured it out along the way. So you're going to see basically how my thought process for building it, how I actually grabbed his content and created mini courses and resources and built sequences out and educated and nurtured people, and the Facebook ads that I ran to bring people in, and the growth tools that I use and the messenger menus that I built. All of it is in there.
Let's just talk about these keywords for a second. So are these all things that you have, these keywords are all in ads, or are these things that people are randomly typing you?
For example, if you go to Dr. Berg's Messenger channel and you say something like, hey, doc, I want to learn keto. Well, guess what? Hey, I noticed that you're interested in the subject of keto. Here are some basics, and we just educate. So you can ask about keto, you can ask about intermittent fasting, you can ask about all these things, and the bot is going to educate you. So we have a little encyclopedia on the actual channel that whatever they want to learn about is already accessible there. So those are the keywords that I'm talking about. We have used all kinds of growth tools. I have tested all of it. I mean, I'm talking about message objectives. We use growth tools, reference URLs. Before, things have changed. Like right now for social media, you want to use messages objective as the number one objective, not traffic. We used to use traffic, but that has become an issue because Facebook doesn't want the reference URLs to be in there. They want to use traffic campaigns to get people off of Facebook, not to send them to another Facebook-owned property. So if you use a reference URL from ManyChat, they are likely not going to approve it, even if you use a shortener. So right now, messages objective is the hot one, but overall, in general,
and that's going to keep changing. Like, who knows how long that'll be, which is why you want to come to the Conversations Conference.
You got to stay up to date. That's something that I can tell you. I learned my lesson the hard way. You have to stay up to date in the media world, in the social media world, or you're going to be a dinosaur in no time. That's the reality. You got to stay connected. Going to conversations it should be a requirement. If you're a real entrepreneur, if you're serious about growing your business, if you're serious about getting your brand to the next level, you have to go to these events. Conversations should be your priority.
Number one priority. I totally dig it. And if you give us the word suave last time, I think this might be good. I'm not 100% sure, but usually it's good for 48 hours. I may be corrected on that. So I think it's good for 3 minutes. So you probably want to do it just right now. I'll also say with the messenger conversions, this is the last little thing I want to add in about that. We had some clients who were using messenger, whatever it's called, as the conversion. And it's tricky because Facebook tells us how many conversations were started when you look at the messenger. If you go to your, my brain's not working, but if you go to the stats, what'd you say?
The dashboard.
Yeah, if you're in the dashboard and then you select messenger objective or whatever, and you look at the stats for that, it will tell you how many conversations were started and the price of conversations that were started and how much it costs per conversation that was started. And I've seen people share these results on case studies and such. The problem is that just means how many people have actually been sent the message in the first place. So there's another little conversion you want to track, which is, do you know what it is exactly? I'm not looking at the dashboard right now, but it's another, it's not the basic one that Facebook tells you. It's another, how many conversations were opened or some other word that's really similar. And you'll notice it's a little bit less because it's the people who have actually continued the conversation.
Right. Messages, conversations started and then messages opened or replied or messages replied.
It's something like that. Yeah. So just be careful.
What I use on the keyword, what I use, Molly, is that I create the keyword. And then I create, I create the flow on ManyChat, and then we create the keyword pulling in that flow. And also you can see inside ManyChat more accurate stats of that. So that's going to tell you more the actual numbers that are coming in.
Exactly. Yeah.
Facebook.
And so this might be a little complicated for you, but if you're watching this, but it's inside this ad, when you set it up, there's actually a quick reply that you can create there, and you make that the same as the keyword that's inside ManyChat. So you've got to make sure that you're tracking how many people actually get there, just the message gets sent.
A little technical tip on that without getting
into new messages replied.
Yeah, a new message replied. Now, the little tip that DJ is actually one of my students for sure.
Yeah.
One of the things that I can tell you technical is that since we're going to create different ads from Instagram, on Facebook, or different objectives or different creatives, what we use to find out exactly how many came in from each one accurately is that we add on ManyChat a very simple tag and we duplicate the flows. So now that way we know by each, for example, mini course number 1, add such. Mini course number 2, add such. And now we know the exact amount of subscribers, the exact data being measured inside ManyChat.
I love that so much. Yeah, the tags are just out of control amazing. So we had been someone asked a long time ago, ManyChat compared to other bot tools. And we don't even need to get into that discussion because it is just hands down, ManyChat is where you go. I don't think there are even other bot tools. And I've be super honest, I've been approached by a few other people to maybe do some videos about their stuff. And anytime I go into any other bot, tool, I'm there is no way I am ever using anything else besides ManyChat. They just make it so easy. Right? They are so helpful. The community, the Facebook community is so amazing. And they have the biggest conference about chatbot marketing literally in the world. So there's just no other option.
And they're also constantly evolving, right? They don't stay put, right? They're not conformed. They actually keep on evolving. They're connecting with new opportunities. They're up to date with Facebook changes. So, you want to join the winning team. Like, it's like if you get a chance to join the Patriots or you join the Cleveland Browns, no insult to Cleveland, okay? They just haven't done well in a long time. If you're a fan, I'm so sorry, okay? But if you get a chance to join one of these teams, you join the winning team. I mean, I don't know if was that?
I said, you want to join the A team for sure. And they make it so easy to get started. Yes. And make sure that you check out locally. We're having all these different events locally. Where do you live?
I live in Clearwater in the Tampa Bay area. It's in Florida.
Okay, awesome. I'm not sure about when we're having there, but we're having one here in California in Orange County at the end of this month. We're also, I'm hosting 2 of them, so I'm just going to give shout outs for mine. We're also having one in July in New York. Check out the Facebook group because there are ways to get with us in person as well as a little sneak peek taste for what you'll get at the Conversations Conference. So we are out there in the community ready to support you. I am getting in trouble because we have got to wrap this up. So This has been so amazing. OMG, I think we need a Manuel and Molly show. I'm just putting it out there.
Let's do it. I'm down for that. Let's do it.
I love it. Thank you so much. We cannot wait to be with you at the Conversations Conference. Those of you that are here with us live, I'm just so grateful that you stayed along with us. If you're watching this still in the replay, this replay is also going to be written into show notes. So make sure you give us the word suave, reply to the bot. You'll get the show notes.
Wow. And I don't know if that's racist or why they chose that word. I mean, did they choose suave because I'm Latin?
So I don't know because I am Molly Mahoney Dominguez. So I thought it was because of
all right, great. I like that.
Wow. I'm going to go play with my little Frankie Dominguez right now in the other room because my kids are home from school. So I think it was because of Frank. They saw my sons have, they go to Gino, the barber, and he gives them a really good hairstyle. So I think that was where the word came from. And really it's because Manny, the mini chat, is so suave and makes everything so easy.
And I think people, hey, we are suave. That's true. That's the truth.
I mean, what? Okay, this has been so awesome. Thank you so much. If people want to get in touch with you, they have the link for the case study here. I'll make sure we put it in the description of this video as well. That case study is so amazing. This has been so valuable. We cannot wait to see you at the Conversations Conference. And it is our absolute joy here at ManyChat. I'm going to pull Manny in here with us. So Tamila and Max, don't talk. This is... Oops, Manny the bot. We love him so much. Our little octopus who keeps everybody served, lets us stay in action even when we're taking a nap. This has been so amazing. Give us one final goodbye, Manuel.
Thank you, Molly. I appreciate it. Thank you, the ManyChat team. It's an honor for me to be able to provide value and to educate. I think there's a lot of opportunities. Messenger presents an opportunity for us to build a better life, better environment, better business. Just because, it's one of those things that we've been presented. I think our grandkids are going to remember what this era was like, and they're going to wish that we were able to be a part of it. That's a reality. It's what we have. All these things are being formed right in front of our eyes, and we have the opportunity of being able to take advantage of them and ride along while they capture attention and dominate the world, because it's all changing right in front of our eyes. So stay in action, hashtag stay in action, and let's go. Let's become ninjas.
So awesome. I can't wait to see all of you ninjas there. One final shout out to Be Live TV who made this video possible with all the magic that we have happening in the screen sharing, bringing Manny and Manuel on. And I'm Molly Mahoney from The Prepared Performer. I love ManyChat. Thank you. Get out there, make magic happen. We'll see you ninjas on the next series of Meet the Speakers.